Hello YouTube, it is your boy GZTV. We are back with another video, and in this video we are here to review the brand new Destroy Lonely album, Broken Hearts 3. We have completed a trilogy of albums. I'm assuming he's done making albums in this series for that. Kind of like some of the OG, there's like shit in the background, my bad. Kind of some OG like mixtape type of stuff here from Destroy Lonely, and I'm hoping that's kind of the vibe we get here, because there are a lot of people that like his old music, kind of myself included. You guys know me, I've been listening to Destroy Lonely ever since, Stylist came out and that whole album. Now, I've been listening to him throughout the years. If Looks Could Kill was a pretty solid project, Love Lasts Forever was a pretty solid project as well, and now we have a whole new record. It's been a minute, it feels like, but at the same time, I think he did just drop it last year. I'm kind of winging this intro, but we're not going to do a live reaction. I'm actually just going to like listen to the song and then kind of song by song just kind of say like my thoughts and opinions on it, and then we can kind of come together, talk about the album and generalities at the end. So let's go. I think actually I'll just kind of like record me as I'm listening to it through my phone. I actually have my earbuds in right now, so I'll probably listen like midway through the song and then kind of talk about it. So this has like an interesting like guitar sample, and it's a different type of guitar than what we are used to hearing a Destroy Lonely use, but it's pretty awesome. And by the way, I did put his Lego figurine I got. I don't remember the brand. I might put it on the screen if I can figure it out by then, but this is a very interesting song. I do know Destroy Lonely songs are mostly going to be consistent throughout, so I do think halfway we can kind of talk about it, but that's going to be kind of the basis here. That was actually a pretty interesting song. I don't really know. It's an interesting way to start the album. Interesting intro. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about it as an intro, but So getting into track 2, Risk, I do see he's making use of transitions, which I find pretty interesting. Sorry if it's cut off a little bit there, but interesting. There was like a muffling at the beginning of the song, I guess. Roll the dice, take a risk. I guess that was the whole part of the song. I don't really know. I don't really have much to say about that one. It was interesting. It sounds like a lot of Destroy Lonely songs though, so there you have it. Track 3, See No Evil, kind of a weird song. I did like the instrumentation with the do. I'm not really sure what that instrument is called. I guess it's like synth machine or something. I think there's a special name for that instrument, but it was an interesting song. I don't know. This album's going to be bloated and it's going to kind of bore me a little, so there's really not going to be much to say throughout this video, but I just wanted to give it a chance, and I like Destroy Lonely still, so there you have it. I saw him at Summer Smash. He was fucking incredible. Getting into No Pressure, I hate to say it, but Destroy Lonely's kind of grown off of me. Now, I do like the instrumentations throughout, and it does have its own sound compared to other projects, and the transition worked pretty well, but I'm just not really feeling it so far. Let's keep going. Okay, I will say Shut the Fuck Up was actually pretty good. I really like that beat. I like that little background vocal. I don't know who that was. It kind of sounded like some Giveon at first. Maybe it was. I don't really know. But he was promoting this pretty heavily on his social media too. It's like a good song. So hey, pretty solid song. I'd say it paid off. Pretty far. It's pretty catchy. Okay, the songs are getting a little bit better. I wouldn't say these are anything crazy. I honestly miss when Destroy Lonely was making like rock star beats, like with the guitars and stuff, a little bit more than what he's doing now. I do think I will have to re-listen to this album probably. This is kind of a weird state to listen to an album in when you're in front of a camera, so there you go. I don't know if I have a short attention span or what, but this is getting boring already, man. I don't know. A lot of his music is starting to sound the same, and there's a lot of stuff going into this. Actually, I kind of forgot to bring up as we're going through the video, he posted a song on X. I'm not listening to that for the video. I don't care. It's not on streaming platforms. Also, he has a 9 Vicious diss on here. I don't really care to get into that. It's whatever. I don't know. Someone just brought that up. I'm not really sure what affiliation Lone has with Kansas, but whatever. I don't know. That song was decent. It's better than some of the other songs that we've seen on the project. Again, his sound is just muddled. It's just so saturated, and I think the bad thing about Lone is that he has 20 plus song albums. Now obviously this is 18 songs, but again, I've said this in videos before, we used to get albums that were like 15 songs. It's like, come on, can we please cut it down? This is a mixtape also, like, please. I don't know, maybe I'm missing like the whole point of a mixtape. It's obviously to like sit back and just like chill and enjoy the music. I don't really have to get over analytical and like critical about it, but like there's nothing really new being brought to the table here for Lone. That's kind of where I sit right now. Also, there was a music video for that last song, but I'm not going to watch it because we're doing a review, obviously. Wow, I really liked that sound for Lone here on this Party and Get High interlude, and I don't know what it is. There's been kind of a trend throughout Destroy Lonely's discography. His best songs are literally interludes. It's fucking crazy. Like Safety interlude off of If Looks Could Kill. 2 of his best songs are interludes. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's fucking crazy, but that was an awesome song. I really like that sound. We need more of that from Destroy Lonely. I love the party and get high. It's a nice vibe to it, and it's very refreshing. We need variety, Lone. Please give it to us. Let's keep going. Okay, we're actually like on some positive momentum. That was a really good song, another highlight from the project. I don't really know what it was about that. It didn't sound like super different from the other songs in the album. There was just a lot of energy. It was a little bit repetitive, but Leash, overall, a really good song. So hopefully he keeps this going. And honestly, he does, because obviously we have Jumanji up next. Now, if you want to see my thoughts on the song, go see my social media channels, TikTok, YouTube. Go look at the shorts. I posted this reaction last week. Honestly, the crazy thing is this did drop as a single like on YouTube. I remember it coming out, but I don't remember this song at all. And now that I'm listening to it, there's probably good reasons for it. It sounds just like all of its other songs. It even sounds like Jumanji a little bit. And I liked Jumanji, and these songs are good. Like, I'm not saying they're bad songs. It's just he needs to switch the sound up, and I'm not hearing that on every song on here. It's just like, I don't know, bro. We still have, what, 4 songs left? Maybe 5? I don't know. I'm really just waiting for this Ken Carson feature. And for anyone who's saying this is better than More Chaos, off of first listen, fuck no it isn't. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, that song was decent, and I didn't really hear the 9 Vicious diss, but that was the song that happened on. Maybe people were trolling on Twitter, I'm not really sure. It had a decent start, like the trumpets came in, and trumpets are infectious in rap. Like, it's hard to make a bad song with trumpets in the background, and honestly, it'd be nice if every rapper made an album with trumpets on it just once. I don't know, it was a decent song. I kind of lost steam throughout because it was kind of repetitive, so let's just keep going. Okay, who knows why the fuck at the end there was a jail call sounding audio, like shitty audio quality. Maybe it was like a lost file that he like had on a hard drive and it got deleted, and he like played it on his story or something. Maybe he sampled his own snippet playing. That song was okay, but like, I don't know. I just don't really have much to say. Like, it's decent. The bass actually works pretty well in that song. It just sounds a lot like some of the other songs we've gotten on here. But up next is the Ken Carson song, so I'm hyped to give you guys my thoughts on that. The crazy thing I've noticed about this album too, it's not really related to this song, which by the way we'll talk about here in a second, but like the transitions sound really promising. Like, he's gonna add like a new sound, like a new genre to his music, and then he just loops something interesting, but then the drums sound the same, his flow sounds the same. I don't know, but getting into this song, I do like that Ken Carson's rapping on a beat like this. It has a little more of a bright vibe. It's not as distorted and chaotic, no pun intended, as like his other music, but it did not need to be 4 minutes. They played the beat for like a minute straight to close the track. Like, we get it. It's decent. And there's a transition in there, which I think is kind of cool, but we'll see how it pays off in this final song. Okay, that was actually a pretty good way to close it out. We have this melodic kind of thing, and there's like a lot of love sentiments. It's one of the more mellowed out kind of R&B-ish. It's not really R&B, but it's got like a trap beat kind of on it and drums, but it's one of the more mellowed out tracks, and that's a pretty cool send-off. I think it's a decent song. It's one of the better songs we've probably heard on here, and it closed an album out with one of the better songs. That doesn't happen all the time, so I guess I can give Lone some credit for that. So that was the new Destroy Lonely album. I don't really know what to say. It's interesting. Like, it's got a decent amount of decent songs on it. Nothing is really like captivating though. This is definitely one of his weaker projects, and if you guys flame me in the comments, I don't give a fuck, because it's been 3 or 4 years since I started listening to this guy, and he hasn't made an album better than If Looks Could Kill, I don't think. I think that is his best project. It doesn't have too much variety. Like, he does stick with like the rock star guitar sound, I get that, but like the songs are really good. This project, this just isn't a sound I really care for. It fits with the Broken Hearts kind of sound with a little bit more of a modern touch and a little bit better mixing and like maturity as an artist and stuff, but that's not really a sound I'm a huge fan of. Maybe if I liked the Broken Hearts series a little bit more, I'd like this album better. I'm not really sure. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not going to say it's a shitty album, and it still has potential to possibly make an end of the year album list, but it's not something I'm going to go back to too often. I'm going to go back to it a few times. If it catches on, it catches on the next couple of listens, and maybe I pick up some songs I didn't like before, and that might be the case, but I don't know. Ken Carson verse wasn't necessary. I don't know. It's cool to always see these two together, obviously, but not the greatest YVL product we've gotten even this year. Ken Carson and Playboi Carti, debatably the Homicide Gang, dropped better albums than this year. It's just not that great of an album. It's nothing amazing. It's definitely not a shitty record by any means. He definitely doesn't go like out of the way super much, like experimentally, and just fucking ruin it. But there you have it. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It has been your boy GZTV. I'll be promoting this all over, so you guys should be able to find me pretty easily, but this is going to be kind of a short form review, 6-7 video, and you guys can come check it out. If you don't like what I say, that's fine. It's purely opinionated. Be respectful in the comments down below. I'm out. Have a good rest of your day, night, wherever and whenever you're watching this.